player rankings. We got the top 32 wide receivers in the NFL. This is top 32. This isn't just every team's met number one. Just everyone. So you can tell pretty quickly because obviously rotations will be on this list. So yeah, like so it's all top of 32. Just most of these positions aren't gonna be like just every team's named guy. It's just so many teams have multiple good number one, good two wide receivers. It should be on this list. So I'm like, should be top 32. So yeah, so 32 George Pickens. I think he's have a breakout year. He should be even better than he was last year. It's just does he get consistent quarterback play between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields? But like, they don't have much weapons outside of him still. So it's like they'll count him at a lot at wideout. So I still think he'll have a good year. 31, you have I had T against the Bengals from Clemson. It's been really good for them. They have a franchise tag, so we'll see how if he plays this year for them or if he still can trade. I doubt this late, but still he does them all play in the franchise tag. It's really good right out. He had a little bit of down year last year, but Burrow did miss some games. This can help. So if Burrow stays healthy, I think Higgins will bounce back here and be a good wide receiver. So at 30, I got second year wideout out from the Ravens, Zay Flowers. He had a really good rookie year. He was a part of the reason why they lost to the Chiefs. He wasn't like the main reason because he had a big fumble that was almost a touchdown. Then he had some Thompson. Like he was a part of the reason that he had a good rookie year. I think he'll have an even better year of breakout sophomore season, I think. So yeah. Then 29, I got Chris Godwin. I think he's a really good wide. I think he's a good wideout. It's just these guys in front of some of these guys, all these guys in front of them. I think I think eventually will beat everything. Also, Neighbors and Harrison and Pittman are all the number ones versus Godwin's Buccaneers number two behind Mike Evans. So I think that counts against him a little bit. But he's still a good wide receiver. So yeah, he's still a really good wideout. And then at 28, I got Malik Neighbors rookie wideout for the Giants. I think he could be like going after the season. I think he could be a little higher than this. It's just he's a rookie. He might struggle. I think he still will be good. It's just how does Danny Jones do? How does he do? Like, yeah, but he should be a really good wide receiver for them. He's definitely gonna be number one. In 27, I got Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Cardinals for another first round pick. Another guy, like I don't want to rate rookies too high, but he's gonna be another really good wideout. Like he's probably gonna be rated a lot higher than this next season. Just he's a rookie. Got some questions around them, like just how stay healthy and how does he does this year, a full season. So we'll see. He should be a really good wideout. At 26, you got Michael Pittman. He's another guy that has some quarterback questions. Because how Anthony Richardson do as a sophomore? Like he dealt with some injuries last. He dealt with a lot of injuries last year. Richardson did. Yeah, Pittman's a really good wideout. He's usually the number one weapon. Like they have invested a lot of recent draft picks in wideout, but none of them are proven. And like they really have him and Jonathan Taylor. They're really only proven good weapons. And now they also don't have Jelani Woods because he's now done for the year, which also doesn't help. At 25, I have Keenan Allen, now the Bears, formerly the Chargers, who was, if you don't factor in his health, he'd be higher, and you just factor in like how good he was when healthy last year. It's just he's dealt with a ton of injuries over his career, so it's not like it was just last year. He's dealt with a lot of injuries over his career. The Bears, how is Caleb Williams as a rookie? He's got a guy like DJ Moore ahead of him. Moore should be number one guy. You'll see because I have more later on this list. And then he also drafted Rome Dunze at number 9 out of Washington. I thought Rome Dunze was like number 2. I don't think he'd be really close to being on this list. It's just he's a number 3, which that well, a lot of them so threes do get some targets and weapons and catches and stuff, but like number 3 is just a little tougher because they got especially when they have 2 weapons. Talon does struggle. I think it would be just fine for Dunze. But yeah, Keenan Allen is a really good route. Just can he stay healthy? How much longer is he good? Because he is in his 30s at this point. Screw it all. So we'll see. He's still a good wide receiver. Like this Bears team did all they could really this one offseason to help build around Caleb Williams. Like they did a ton. Hopefully it works out. Well, as Viking fans, I don't really like, but like if you're rooting for the Bears or don't hate the Bears either. That looks like a good situation for them. And finally, might have a franchise quarterback. So yeah. So now let's go to 24 through 16. 24, you got Drake London. He finally, hopefully, had some consistent quarterback play. They brought in Kirk. They also, so we'll see just how Kirk bounced back. How they build their chemistry in the first year together. Sometimes first year wide receivers and quarterbacks, like first year together, I should say, it doesn't go great right away. Sometimes it takes a year of building that chemistry. But London's a good wideout. And to give him a good, consistent quarterback play, that should really help him out. We'll see. At 23, I got Chris Olave. He's really good. He's really good too. Like all these wide receivers are really good. It's not easy to find where to put who because all these guys are so good. Olave's really good. Just think like if he can get Carr have a decent year or even good year, that's great. Olave should be really good then. So at 22, I have Terry McLaurin, Commanders. It was really close. Even Olave, it's just McLaurin has more of a proven track record, and I'm I'm higher on James Daniels or Derek Carr this year as well, which helps. Like even if you're a great wide receiver, like having a good quarterback always helps too. Because even if you get open a ton, it doesn't not matter as much if you can't have a quarterback that can't get it to you because they aren't very good and Carr's not that good. Like he's an inconsistent quarterback. So yeah, McLaurin's a really good wideout. He's had bad quarterback play his whole career. Yeah, that's why I want to get down Hopkins. Still a really good wideout. It's just our guy. He's got quarterback questions. He's got with Will Levis. How he does he do as a sophomore? Also, Hopkins is I think 32. So how's he do? But he's still really good. He's still a good wide receiver. Yeah, like I just put Lobby. I just put some younger guys in front of him. I think can break out. Maybe not break out because these guys have already had good breakout years, but like have be even better. Or Hawkins just declines a little bit. At 19, and they got Nico Collins from the Texans going. He had a breakout year last year. I think he'll. Oh, wait, sorry. I actually say, sorry, to skip Devontae Smith. The 20, I got Devontae Smith. If he goes, he's number two wide out. So you got A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith, he's a good wide. It's just how Jalen Hurts do. This year, he struggled. This whole team struggled in the year. So yeah, and then so we'll see, but yeah, he's a good wide receiver. Then 19, I got Nico Collins. This team has a loaded wide receiver room, so let's see how that goes. I could also put Tank Dell on this list. It's usually like because I also got Diggs, so I think Dale might be a number three wide out here. It's between him and Collins, who's number two and three. So they're both good wideouts, and Dell might not be 100% right away because of his injury. Yeah, Collins is a good wideout for them. At 18, I got another team's number two. I got Jalen Waddle of the Dolphins. Against so many teams, he could be their number one. It's just he's got Tyreek Hill on his team. Yeah, Waddle's a really good wideout. Yeah, he just is. Then at 17, we got DK Metcalf of the Seahawks. He's a really good wideout. He is just monster looking. He's so strong looking. Yeah, he's just so good. They do. Seahawks also got another good wideout in Tyler Lockett, and they also got Jackson Smith and Jigba. She had Deacon Metcalf. She's a good wideout. That's 16. I have Mike Evans. This guy who's had 1,000 yards every season of his career. He's really good. He's just so good. It's just another guy to see how good inconsistent can he still be going into his 30s. I don't think he'll decline for this year, but once guys get in their 30s, they can start getting closer to decline. Or it might not be like super obvious right away, but it can happen. So we'll see. But he's still really good. So yeah. So now let's go 15 through 6. 15, I have Amari Cooper. He had a really good year last year. Just I think they're trying Jerry Judy, and how does Deshaun Watson do? Deshaun Watson has not been consistent, but like we'll see. Because just look at last year, like Stefanski had Joe Flacco win comeback player of the year and had this playing his career. Anywhere else, I don't think Joe Flacco is anywhere near winning a comeback player of the year or help lead the team to the playoffs. Yeah, but Cooper's a good wideout. So we'll see. At 14, I have Puka Nakua. He had a really good rookie year, and he came out of nowhere. Just you're hoping as the Rams, you're hoping Cooper Cup stays healthy. That takes some targets away from Kua. His staff Cup did miss some games last season, and when Nakua stepped up huge, and Scott Cup is gone, and Nakua's a really good wideout going to sophomore season. It could even get better. At 13, I have Garrett Wilson of the Jets. He's another guy who has had terrible quarterback play throughout his career so far. So, like, get him a good quarterback in Rodgers. He should be even better. He's already really good. So, like, how good could he be if he gets good, consistent quarterback play? And Zach Wilson is terrible. He has not been that for them and him. So, yeah. Then at number 12, I got Stephon Diggs. Now the Texans, formerly the Bills. He's really good. It's just this. I think he's on a new team. Texans have a lot of good weapons. So they take targets away, Texans away from him. So we'll see how much he likes in Houston for how much longer, because that's part of the reason Monty wanted out Buffalo, because he didn't think he was giving enough targets, even though he was still having really good years for them. So we'll see. Yeah, Diggs is a really good wideout. At 11, you got DJ Moore. He's another really good player. Like, he's on the Bears now. Second year on the Bears. They had a lot of weapons around him, but I think his health on his teams won't be able to focus as much on him. I think Williams just don't love a guy like Moore. Yeah, Moore is a really good wideout. At 10, I have Debo Samuel. Like, if this was factoring in, if I factored in a little more his running ability, he might be a little higher up. He can run the ball really well too, but this is how good they are receiving. Yeah, Debo's a really good wideout. He just is. And, like, if they end up training Ayuk, that will help him even more just because he has one less weapon going taking targets away from him. Because this Niners team has so many good weapons. Like, they actually got Ayuk. They had Jawan Jennings. They drafted Pearsall. They got Kittle. They got McCaffrey. So, yeah. And 9, I got Cooper Cup. This is count on. He has a bounce back year, and he is really good. I don't think he'll be offensive player of the year like he was a few years ago. Last season he was fully healthy, but I still think he'll be really good. Just also, can he stay healthy? So we'll see there. At 8, I have another Niner receiver. I got Brandon Ayuk. He was really good for them last year. Showed he can be your main number one guy for them last year. He's really good. Yeah, let's just I'll see where he is this out season. It seems like at this point he probably stays and it sounds like Niners are getting pretty close to the contract extension. We'll see there. Either way, he's really good. Number 7, got the best, mostly slot wideout, Amon-Ra St. Brown for Lions. He's really good for maybe USC. He was a steal in the first round of the 2021 draft. Yeah, he's really, really good. Like, these top 10 in general are superstars. Like, every top 10 and some guys after it. Like, all these guys are at least stars to have the potential to be even superstars or elite superstars. Yeah. The number 6, I have Devontae Adams. He's still a good wideout. Just not. He's once again he's got quarterback questions, but even his last 2 years on the Raiders, like, they have not had good quarterback play with Carr and O'Connell slash Garoppolo last year. Yeah, he's still really good. I just don't think he's. We got some, like, younger guys, and guys have are a little more. They have some better years recently ahead of him. Adams is still really good though. So now let's go 5 through 1. 5, I got AJ Brown and the Eagles. He is a really good wideout. Like, he has helped make the Eagles a lot better since they traded for him from the Titans, the 2022 draft. Like, Titans were regretting not paying him. It was like the Titans with that pick that they got from him for him. They used it on um, Traylon Burks, who has done nothing. Versus Brown, who's been well with the contract the Eagles gave him, helped them lead to the Super Bowl. I don't think he would help. I don't think Titans would be making the Super Bowl whether they had him or not. But still, he could help make the Titans better having a really good number one wideout, which they don't. Hopkins is fine, but he's not as good as Brown at this point in their careers, I don't think. So, yeah. At 4, you got CeeDee Lamb of the Cowboys. He just got paid. I think it's well worth it. I just think these top 3 are a little better than them, and, like, they're all these top 4 are just so close, it's just tough. But, yeah, like, I think the top 2 are, like it's really a battle between Lamb and Chase is number 3 and 4, right? Because I think Jefferson and Tyreek Hill are for sure number 2. It's just, well, who do you have at 1 and 2 in between Jefferson and Hill? Then who do you have at 3 or 4 between Chase and Lamb? Just went Chase. Chase is another guy's gonna get paid huge soon. Like in Lamb's second highest paid wide receiver in NFL history, 1 million behind JJ. So yeah, Lamb's really good. Like if the Cowboys like they didn't resign him and they left him off season, they regret it huge because they have no weapons outside of him. Like they have no wide receivers outside of him. Like they have Brandon Cooks, he's fine, but he's not that good anymore. Like he's one of those guys. All these guys were like Eagles probably still be a little fine, but they still be a huge loss. All these because they get Devonta Smith. I think all these teams would be a lot worse without these guys. Like even though the Dolphins have Tariq Jalen Waddle, also this team would not be good without Hill. Like these guys are just that good. Teams would be to their team. All these top 5 teams have decent to good to great teams and then but without them, they're probably barely will make the playoffs without these guys. I think Bengals might still be able to find a way just because they got Joe Burrow, but still. So yeah, and the 3 I have Jamar Chase. It's really tight between him and Lamb. I just went Chase. Chase is really good. He has got that chemistry with Joe Burrow. They are both out of LSU. They had that really good 2019 national championship year together. Like these LSU has produced a lot of good wide receivers recently. Like they got Chase, they got JJ, they got Neighbors. They have our first round pick in this draft and Brian Thomas Jr. Like, yeah, Chase is really really good. Number 2, got another LSU guy, Justin Jefferson. He if he had stayed healthy, I think he had a chance of being over Hill. It's just Jefferson has questions at quarterback. Like how does Sam Darnold do? He's not that good of a quarterback versus Hill has Tua, who's way better than Darnold. Like, so yeah. Jefferson is really, really good. Also, Hill gets those touchdowns, ton of touchdowns. Jefferson doesn't usually get a lot of touchdowns. Still, yeah. And they also get number 1, you got Tyreek Hill. He is really, really good. Like he's been really good though for the Dolphins these past few years. He was really good for the Chiefs before he traded them. Before they trade him, but like Chiefs obviously have done fine. But like this, these that would be so much. It would be so even more scary. They already are if they start Hill. The Chiefs also probably wouldn't have as many good players as they do right now because they wouldn't have it cap space to have some of their players just because they are using that 30 million. They didn't get to let Hill to build a better roster around Mahomes because like with these teams, like it's tough to pay everybody when they have a franchise superstar quarterback because they have to pay those quarterbacks. Like right now, it's around 60 million. This is crazy, but yeah, all these top like these wide receiver this league's wide receivers are all really really good. Like this league is not doing terrible at wide receivers. Just some teams have so many good ones. Not every team has a good one. For example, the Panthers, Patriots, like obviously those teams didn't have them on anybody on here, but like they don't even have those guys. Any of those teams have guys even close to this list. 'Cause I don't think Panthers number 1 is probably Thielen, and I don't think he's not anywhere. I don't think he's near. And I don't think he's top 32 at this point. He's probably around top 40, but obviously we're not doing top 40. So yeah. These are our receiver league is elite right now. Like all 32 of these wideouts in this top 32 are all really good. So yeah. Hey guys, that's it for this list. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your night.